Got a major dilemma today, but we're going to overcome and adapt like good Marines. Even though I've never been in the Marines, I've just watched the movies. Our email system has been down for 2 days. Alexa won't connect, so we can't ask for her help. So we're going to freeball it today. It is Thursday, November 21st, from Hollywood. This is the world-famous Mojo Elliott, here to rap about the stuff nobody really gives a rat's ass about. Rated E for explicit and exuberating. So you're probably wondering, how in the hell are you going to pull this one off, Mojo, buddy? Well, like I said, we're going to overcome and adapt today. Before I get rolling here, in case you haven't heard yet, starting in January, the Rat's Ass podcast will post on Tuesdays and Friday instead of Tuesday and Thursday. I'm going to take a break next week, so we won't do a podcast Tuesday and Thursday of next week. Why? Because the big feed is on, man. Thanksgiving. Got to work out. Got to make some room for the calories. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to take a break. We'll do the next podcast on December 3rd. So since we can't access our email, I'm going to chat about some of the nonsense posted on our X feed. Let's see if we can find anything interesting here as I go down the feed. Let's try this. Cadillac Jack posted a photo of a phone booth and asks, what's the first thing you think of? Well, naturally, if you listen to this podcast, you know my mind's going to go right to the gutter. Actually, I've had sex in a phone booth before. And what I found out was petite girls fit nice in tight spaces. It's true. Tony Baloney. Yep, X names. I love X names. What are your 3 favorite Christmas movies? Hey, why not? Let's kick it off today since we won't be here next week. Well, The Grinch with Jim Carrey, number 1 for me, followed by Christmas Vacation, and Gotta Love Home Alone still as my top 3. Amy Spitz. I won't make a Swallows comment there. I guess I just did. If you were going to prison for life and could take only 3 CDs, which ones would you take, excluding Greatest Hits and Best Ofs? Oh, that's easy for me. Led Zeppelin 2, AC/DC Back in Black, and Alice in Chains' Dirt. Those are my 3 favorite CDs. In fact, if you jump in my car right now and you reach into the little net in the back of the front seat, you're going to find those 3 CDs parked right there. Matt Penner says, what is something you will never eat no matter how hungry you get? Oh, that's definitely broccoli for me. There's no way in hell I'm ever touching broccoli. You know, Newman and Seinfeld was right. That is vile weed. Vile weed. Oh, God, how can anybody eat frickin' broccoli? I don't care if you put cheese on it or not. It's still frickin' broccoli. OT, what is the fastest way to calm a woman down when she's angry? Wild guess here, OT. I'm going to say oral sex, chocolate, or both. The Able American says, should it be illegal to burn the American flag? You're damn right it should be. In fact, I think anybody caught setting the American flag on fire should be set on fire themselves. I just realized as I said that out loud, maybe that's a little too harsh. What do you think about an automatic 5 years at Gitmo? They might prefer to be set on fire than at that case. Who knows what goes on at Gitmo? But yeah, 5 years at Gitmo, automatic. You burn the flag, you're going to Gitmo, baby. Vic the Stick says, you meet your 18-year-old self, give yourself 4 words of advice. Don't poop in public. That's my advice to myself at 18 years old. Here's one for you from me. How many of you are going to pay $80 for a Popeyes Cajun turkey for Thanksgiving? I want a yay or an A, whether you will or you won't, okay? And why? Send it to ratsasspodcast@gmail.com. I'm just curious. Who does this. Todd V., Jasper, Missouri, sent this on Tuesday before everything went down. He sent me a dirty drink name that we're going to post on the Rat's Ass Podcast blog that you can connect with on Facebook, by the way. His dirty drink name and recipe is called the Hairy Taint. The Hairy Taint. It's Jack Daniels with a splash of Kahlua with a lime, and you light it. I think there's another name for that, Todd, but I still don't see myself going into a bar and saying, hey, bartender, give me a Hairy Taint before I faint. All right, spit out your gum. Here comes the extra cheese. According to sex therapist Dr. Laura Berman, who I worked with a few years ago. Nice lady, very smart lady, loves sex. She says the holiday movie Hot Frosty, haven't seen it, will get your lady loose and lubed for a little who's your daddy action around the holidays. And ladies who haven't forgot you, if you need to get your guy aroused and ready, you can look for a holiday movie called Santa's Helper. And if that doesn't work, try Holly Bolly Christmas. You might not be able to walk for a week, but that's what the week between Christmas and New Year's is for, to heal up. Sean Diddy Combs has a buyer for his L.A. mansion, where he held a few Diddy parties, by the way. The offer's for $30 million. Quite a discount. They're offering $30 million, and they're asking that he replaces all the wallpaper. I don't blame him. The carpet, too, maybe, unless he has wood floors. Either way, wood floors, tile, carpet, that crap's gone. You got to pull all of that out of there. And the wallpaper. Maybe pay for the painting, too. Yes. God, I just thought about the ceilings. I don't even want to think about the ceilings. No, forget that. That's just a bad visual right there. Have you seen Naked Dr. Dave on Instagram? He's been suspended by the Arkansas Medical Board for his perverse behavior on Instagram. You know, I knew when I saw the gerbil and the wiffle ball bat in his butt, I knew it was going to be a little over the top, and damn, they suspended him. He's Dr. Dave, Naked Dr. Dave on Instagram. Might be entertaining when you've had a few drinks. Miss Denmark was crowned Miss Universe for 2024. She is described as a stunning blue-eyed blonde, a natural beauty. I guess they got to figure this out, too. She is a biological woman, for crying out loud. How do you check for that sort of thing these days? It used to be turn your head and cough. Ex-TV talker and stand-up comedian Ellen DeGeneres and her life partner, Portia de Rossi, have moved to London, England, and vow to never return to the USA. I think that's officially the first celebrities who have actually threatened to leave and left. But I have a feeling they'll be back when they find out Big Ben is a clock. But who gives a rat's ass? All right, jump on your email now and tell me what you want me to rap about on the next episode. I'm sure by the time we get back on December 3rd, the email will be working again. We will put our best man on it. Send it to ratsasspodcast@gmail.com. It'll hang there along with everybody else's that we can't get to. We just can't get to it yet. So it's not a waste of your time to do it, all right? The conversation does continue between podcast on X, easy for me to say today. You'll also find us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. When you search for Rat's Ass Podcast, you can connect with the blog on Facebook page, too. Please do that. Before we split, did you know Adolf Hitler and Napoleon only had one testicle? Just one balling. They were free balling, man. But my question is, was Donald Trump checked for this before he ran for office? Shout outs to the Rat's Ass Podcast listeners in Tampa, Ashburn, San Jose, Altoona, and Northridge. We'll do this again on Tuesday, December 3rd, and that's the wrap.